Hello and welcome to TheAIbumMan, and today we are going to be doing Trolling the Trolls. This series was formerly known as Feeding the Trolls, but I decided to change the name out of respect to Keith Fuzzy Weasel's far more popular and far superior series of the same name. I was genuinely completely unaware of this series when I first came up with the name. It's just one of those coincidences. So let's get started, shall we? This first comment comes from Matteo Ricci, and he says, "I don't want to say that you have to look perfect, but have you ever looked yourself in the mirror?" And you know what, Matteo? That's a very, very good question. I have, in fact, looked at myself in the mirror before, and it's not something I really want to go through again. On my review of Queensryche's self-titled album, Metalbox12305, in regards to Jeff Tate's Frequency Unknown album, commented, "You gotta be retarded or something stating that this metal album sucks. I think it's your brains that don't function correctly. This album is absolutely pure gold." This album's pure gold. Really, Frequency Unknown is pure gold. I honestly hope you were messing around, you were trolling. Otherwise, you should probably be the one who goes to see help. I mean, I don't think it's my brains that don't function correctly. I think it's yours for two reasons. Firstly, at least I can form a grammatical sentence. I think is your brains that don't function correctly. Yeah, that's not really a sentence, is it? And thinking this is pure gold? Oh, come on. On my Is Paul McCartney Dead video, Speedy Remake commented, "Kid, you're goofy and annoying and you need some serious dental work on top of that. Paul is probably dead because oftentimes where there's smoke, there's fire. Pardon the pun. Ruling it out so dogmatically is stupid and arrogant. So I'm goofy, I'm annoying, I need some serious dental work. Well, hence the braces, bitch." So, you know, I'm trying to, but just because Speedy Remake told me, that's literally the only reason I have braces. And ruling out that Paul McCartney is probably dead is stupid and arrogant in it. Is it? Okay, because oftentimes where there's smoke, there's fire. Okay, one problem with your little hypothesis here is that, let's just look at the two arguments briefly. One argument is that Paul McCartney died in 1966. Someone replaced him who looks exactly the same as him, speaks exactly the same as him, sounds exactly the same as him when singing, plays bass well, writes songs which have a similar style to it, though felt newer through the years. Needs I go on, or there's the other alternative, which he's not dead, he's still alive. I think I'm going to stick with Occam's razor and go with that the explanation that requires the least assumptions is most probably the correct one. On my review of The Diving Board, Mackenzie Doyle asks, "Did you start in The Hobbit?" Wow, and another very interesting question. I wish this one was in my Q&A, to be honest. So that was an unfortunate opportunity to miss. But yes, I was in The Hobbit in part. I was Martin Freeman's stunt double due to our great resemblance. You know, I mean, we look so similar. I often get asked in the street, "Oh, Martin Freeman, will you sign my thing? Oh, I loved you in The Office, you were great in that." And I say, no, I know the hair, very similar, face, very similar, but no, that was just his stunt double. If you look very carefully on some of the scenes in The Hobbit, you can tell when it changes between us. That's about it, though. On my Beatles for Sale album review, Josh Marsden commented,
666.
Wow, you commented the number of the beast. Well done! A disappointing comment on my 500 subs video from YOLO PvP, who says, "You looks like a..." What? What do I look like? I just don't know how I can cope without you telling me. On my Appetite for Destruction review, ChewyB72 commented, "Fucking hell, youth. Who wants to hear ya chat shit about it? I just wanted to hear the fucking music." And you know what I wanted to hear? Not you. Now, if you wanted to hear the music, then what you do, you could buy the album, CD, vinyl, cassette maybe. You could download it from iTunes, listen to it on Spotify probably, listen to it on YouTube, listen to the song. There's many ways to listen to it. If you wanted to listen to it, why the hell are you listening to an album review? It clearly says in the title, I read the title, Guns N' Roses Discography, Appetite for Destruction, Album Review 18. Okay? It's pretty damn obvious that it's an album review. So, stop your complaining and go somewhere else. If you don't want to hear me chat shit, then F off. For my 2nd year anniversary video, Yogi Horton decided to try to be funny, but failed with his hair comment. I don't know really what gender Yogi is as a name, unfortunately. Who said, I like this gal. Really, Yogi? Really? You like this gal? Which gal are you referring to? Me? Because I am as masculine as you get. One of the weirdest comments I've ever received in my entire life on the Greatest Christmas Songs video was from Fleagle Flago, who said, Yo, MC Eddie in the house, even though I'm outside, not as good as the west side, though. Any wiggity ways, I was just thinking and funking and bringing down the funky junkies. We should most, or should I say most deaf, be in your handy video. We'll be chilling and spilling so you're willing to let the headmaster in your really young video. What the fuck did I just read? James Swift commented on my Life, Love and Hope by Boston review. I enjoy your reviews, but forgive me for saying this. Your freakish looks give me the willies. Really, my freakish looks give you those, oh, poor you. You can't cope to look at me in a video. I mean, I know sometimes I can resemble a mountain troll, but, you know, at the end of the day, you can just go onto a different tab where you listen to what I'm saying, instead of commenting like that, like an obnoxious bastard. On my spaghetti incident review, Hale Phil commented, Yo, talk shit, kid. The ramblings of a moron. A fan of G&R wouldn't slate this album. Not just because it's G&R, but because they are well executed by the band. It was Charles Manson. If you're going to review an album, do your research. Okay, I can't honestly remember why the whole Charles Manson thing. I know that's the end track on the album. How's this the ramblings of a moron? I do love that. You talk shit, kids. The ramblings of a moron. A fan of GNR. No, you mean a fanboy of GNR wouldn't slate this album. Yes, someone who is so blinded by the band that they can't see any of their flaws. Yes, they probably wouldn't see the album. But anyone with ears can hear that this is the most well-executed covers album ever, is it? There's a reason it got an awful critical reception, and that it is generally maligned by a lot of fans, including myself, and also it's called by freaking opinion. I personally think it's a load of shit. Doesn't mean I don't love GNR, it just means I don't love their covers of Butte McKean. On my Sgt. Pepper by the Beatles review, the Yankee Clipper 1 commented, You look like a big fuck, and Strong Boy also looks like a slightly less of a fuck, but nonetheless, still a fuck. Okay, firstly, by Strong Boy, he was referring to the YouTuber, the Strong Boy's 19, I imagine, who had commented on the video before the Yankee Clippers comment was posted. Firstly, I just want to understand, why the hell are you attacking Strong Boys? Like, what has he had anything to do with this video? He just commented on it. That's it. He just commented on it. I look like a big fuck, and Strong Boy's slightly less of a fuck. Well, I'd like to know why he made that distinction, you know, I just don't even understand that comment. Just... okay, yeah, okay, Yankee Clipper, you do what you want. Okay. And lastly, on my Chinese Democracy by GNR review, Remy Dugai commented, in the most eloquent fashion I believe I've ever read on a comment section, Who the fuck are you? Shit, you so fuck up. Now, if we really start to analyse this comment, we find that through his subpar grammatical structures of sentences, we find really a main question here. He's simply asking who I am. And to that, I would like to respond, I am TheAIbumMan. In real life, I'm called David. And I'm shit, so fuck up. So I'm shit and fuck up. At the end of the day, Remy dear guy, all I have to say to you is, who the fuck are you? This has been Trolling the Trolls. Hope you enjoyed. If you want me to do this again, tell me in the comments below. If you want me to never ever do this again, tell me in the comments below. If you didn't like this video, why did you watch it to the end? Is my main question for you there. But as usual, this has been TheAIbumMan. Thanks for watching, comment, subscribe, and long live rock and roll, and troll those trolls.